Woke up one Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home. Going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. Daddy says, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable.
I am Barbara Mens, Yali RLC West Africa Accra, Curriculum and Content Unit. I support the African Dream.
I'm Daniel Nwodi, the Executive Director of Students Without Borders. I stand for the African Dream.
My name is Michael Ogunsola, a Commonwealth Youth Ambassador. I support the African Dream, the African of our Dream Agenda 2063, which encompasses the African we desire, the African we dream. God bless Africa.
My name is Shanu Michael Oluwakayode. I'm a youth coordinator of African Union and also digital strategist of International Youth Action Against Terrorism. I'm for Africa of our dream. I support Africa of our dream. Africa must rise again.
My name is Ambassador Chibuzo Kereke. I'm the Regional Representative, African Union Chapter, Executive Director of Project Hope Alive, and the recipient of the Yearly Spirit Award. Africa, I believe in the African dream. Africa is rising. Are you sitting down? Rise up. Join us now to make Africa great again. The African dream is the true dream. You cannot afford to stay on the sideline. This is the time. This is the moment. Let's move Africa forward.
I was born an African, black, bold and handsome, with a pure heart and soul, so please don't hold me for ransom. I was born into a family, although not so stable. I was glad we had food on our table. But all too soon, it was time to go to school, because I was told education ain't just a tool, but a key to success. But that gave me a cause to worry, because not all my friends had access. I was told that my destiny lay in my hands, and so I fought so hard in order to get to the promised land. Sooner or later, I began to learn about the government and politics. And I was told that the government existed for the interests of the people, and that got me excited. Until one day, when I got home alone, just to find myself home alone, because my home was gone. My father's house was burnt into ashes, and the mere sight of this was more painful than the pains of 1,000 lashes. My tears were almost pulling out my eyelashes. There was so much chaos and riots, because apparently the masses were crying for a change in government, but the same government had just won power for another term. And so I was lost in these streets. I was left to wander in Wonderland with no food, no clothing, no shelter, no family. I had to think of a plan B, and as I was lost in my thoughts, I heard of something so exciting that it made me scream. And that was nothing else but the American dream. I had no means to make this a reality, but some way, somehow, I found myself on the streets of New York. Little did I know that I was getting into a New York. My dream was to be confined to Wall Street, but I found myself confined to the walls on the streets. I was so tired of living on the streets, so I began to search for freedom. And my quest for freedom led me to the Statue of Liberty. As I stood and I stared at the pose of the Statue of Liberty, my heart was greatly pierced as I juxtaposed my dream future with my current state of poverty. And in this state, I made the greatest discovery of my life. That the liberation of the African continent lies in the liberation in the minds of its people, and the realization of the fact that our future is determined by our own actions and inactions. The power to build a more peaceful and stable continent lies not in the hands of any political leader, but in our very own hands. If we desert who we are, real stars, and become shooting stars, our light will soon stop to shine. At this point, I really thought I could turn back the hands of time, but time wasn't mine. And so I was resigned to my fate to live in this life of lying. I may not be Martin Luther King Jr., but I have a dream. I am Akanko Peter Paul Jr., and I have a dream, the African dream, that the African child will be born into a family full of love, peace, and joy. That the basic needs of the African child, food, water, clothing, and shelter, shall be met, and thus a young African shall be in the stadium running after his dreams and not to be at home taking collodium to prevent him from running. That there shall be a high esteem for human rights, freedom, and justice. That we shall stop living a life of mediocrity, but that we shall soar as high as the eagle. The sky shall not be our limit, but a mere exit. And so I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Africa, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Africa and to the realization of the African dream with all my heart and with all my soul, regardless of my education, my nationality, or my location. I pledge myself to hold in high esteem our heritage, won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Africa and to the realization of the African dream through honesty and integrity. So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God. So help me God. So help me God. So help me God.
Forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray for me. So just pray for me. Forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Madura, I'm already gone, pray for me. Pray for me. I'm already gone, so just pray.